comments. Today I want to thank God for blessing him with many
All right, well, good evening, fans. Welcome in here tonight on audiosportsonline.com as well as XRB Radio 1610 AM for Brownsburg and Plainfield Cardinals. My name is joined alongside, as always, by Christopher Worley. And Chris, it should be an exciting night of high school basketball.
Yeah, it sure should, Rob. And, of course, it's a big night here at the Varsity Fieldhouse as it's senior night. 16th final home game tonight against this Plainfield squad, so a big night for them and their parents and families.
Yeah, as we said before the ball game, the seniors were bid farewell, not just the basketball players, but also the cheerleaders, the band members, too.
Yeah.
And, again, the Bulldogs come in with a little bit brighter 2014 schools. Covered or proud to cover here tonight on audiosportsonline.com. Both teams out on the floor. Brownsburg in the home whites, purple letters and numbers. You can see them in the front court there on your screen, warming up. Plainfield still with the warm-ups on, the blue tops with red and blue pants. And, Chris, it's always fun to have a Hendricks County rivalry regardless of records.
Oh, that's right. You know, these two teams in the Hendricks, that's always great. So, and you know, Plainfield, whenever you're playing somebody in Hendricks County, you usually bring a few fans, like Tri-West done. Plainfield will have some over here tonight. So it's a big game. Brownsburg coming into this game. They have 3 games left in this great season. Right now they are 15-2. Plainfield, been a bit of a struggle, 5-11. This is a young team, Rob, you may know. But Coach Weaver, second year at Plainfield, like we said, 5-11. But overall he has 236 wins. So he'll get it figured out here in a couple years or so.
Yeah, again, as we said, both of our schools were proud to bring coverage to the Bulldogs and the Quakers, and we'll be hearing from some of our Bulldog sponsors here in just a few minutes. But before we do, let's thank our Plainfield sponsors to begin the ball game tonight. Plainfield Self-Storage is located on North Carr Road. They feature 24-hour access and lighted secure storage. Plainfield Self-Storage, their office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Stop in or call 838-7027 for more information. And Jensen's Pools and More, the backyard place located just 1 mile north of Heartland Crossing on Highway 67 in Canby, has everything for all your swimming pool needs. From above-ground pools to in-ground pools, Jensen sells and installs them all. And during the winter months, we offer mattresses direct from the factory of King Coil, a leading manufacturer of American-made mattress. Queen sets starting at $329, king sets at $429. Guaranteed lowest prices around. Jensen's Pools is located at 7302 South Kentucky Avenue in Canby, or visit us online at jensenspools.com. So thanks to our Plainfield sponsors. Also thanks to Shane Ray back in the XRB radio studios providing the radio side of things tonight. Certainly appreciate that. And we welcome those of you who are tuning in on the video stream as well on Audio Sports Online. Chris, you got our starting lineups tonight. You want to take us through a couple of those, or we can go through a couple sponsors too if you want. You're in charge.
All right, we'll just take a quick look at Plainfield coming into this game. They are 5-11. Now, they have won their last 2 games. They won at Northfield and then won in a thrilling ball game at Cascade in 2 overtimes. They won that 50-49. So, a little confidence going in this game for Plainfield, having won 2 straight. They were led in that overtime game by Nathan Mills. He's been a great freshman for them. There is hope for the future here, along with Max Kurkowski, a couple of bright young stars for Plainfield. And then good old Bobby Jensen, a senior for them, had 16 points in that game. Their starting lineup, Rob, thanks to you and your efforts, we have that. They will start James Mayberry, a senior guard, 5'9", 150 pounds, number 3. Also, Garrett Patton, number 11, a junior. He's 6'0", 180 pounds. Kyler Nichols, junior, number 15, guard, 5'10", 160 pounds. And then down on the post, young Nathan Mills, number 40, all kinds of talent. He is a freshman, as we said, 6'4", 180 pounds. And the veteran Bobby Jensen, senior center, 6'5", 235 pounds. That's the Plainfield starting lineup.
And you know, for Brownsburg tonight, Chris, it's all seniors.
Yeah, they are going to change their lineup. I was surprised to see that. They have not changed their starting lineup in any game this year except now for senior night.
And we should point out before you read those, there's only one senior not starting, and that is Tyler Houston, who normally does start. And because he did not start on senior night, they gave him his own special theme song on his way out on senior night.
I wondered what that was about. Good pickup there. What was that song,
Rob? That's new music.
Okay.
If it was written before 75, I'm unaware.
Okay, Rob. Well, anyway, on this big senior night, the starters, of course, for Brownsburg, and we'll give you a little caps on these seniors here throughout the game and throughout tonight. But, of course, Trevor Lucas, as usually, starting a number 3. senior 6'0", at one guard. Kyle Hathaway, number 21, hasn't seen much playing time. He's hit a few shots, got some points this year. 6'2", will start at another guard along with Andrew Hubley, number 30. Of course, the story on him this year is right now he is 4 out of 5 from three-point range. He shot 5 three-pointers this year, has hit 4 of them. Sam Comer, number 32, Big Sam, will start down low on the post, 6'5", senior. Sam does a good job, of course, and he's also a starting baseball player, starting at first base for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. And then Kyle Thompson's going to start down at center. Mr. Reliable, 6'7", at center, Kyle Thompson.
Yeah, and we should point out it's interesting how the schedules work in high school basketball for our Plainfield side of things. We still have 3 more broadcasts left with 3 more home games for Plainfield. Yeah. Brownsburg's home season is done after tonight.
Yes, that's right, Rob. They will be on the road this Friday at Lafayette Jeff, and then February 25th, I believe that maybe next Tuesday also, at Perry Meridian. So Brownsburg with a very special opportunity here. If they can get this job done tonight, which most experts, you and I included, I guess, Rob.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, they should win this game. They would be 16-2, and then at Lafayette Jeff and at Perry Meridian, both very winnable games too. They have a chance for a very special season here in 2014 to finish at 18-2 before sectional play starts.
Well, it's interesting. The Bulldogs, of course, obviously winning the state championship in 2008, but that team sort of came out of nowhere. They weren't expected to do as well as they did in the tournament. This is arguably the best regular season team Brownsburg has had since Steve Bruns left in the late 90s.
Yeah, you'd have to say that. And even those, the Gordon Hayward and Mavunga team, they didn't have this good a regular season record. And you can't say, well, Brownsburg hasn't played anybody. They played number 1 in the state. They played Carmel to start the year. They played number 2, Hamilton Southeastern. Yeah. They played Pike. They played Ben Davis. So they play, especially the first half of this year was a very, very tough schedule. And that got them set, and their only 2 losses have been to Hamilton Southeastern and Carmel, which is number 1 and either number 2 or 3 in the polls right now. Brownsburg, last I saw, they were tied for 5th in the AP poll.
And the Bulldogs now will exit the floor. They'll run back into the locker room. We've got about 7.5 minutes up on the clock. If you're tuning in, we are starting a little early tonight. Due to it being senior night, there will be a reception for the kids, all the seniors, cheerleaders, band members, basketball players after the ball game. So you're invited to, if you can make it out to the stadium, apparently join them all for free food.
Well, that's always a good thing, Rob. Now, you've been getting some free meals lately on the political side of things.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the best meal is a free one.
Okay, proud of you, Rob. We do want to thank you for listening to Brownsburg basketball, Brownsburg varsity basketball, audiosportsonline.com, WXRB, 1610 AM, xrbradio.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by McDonald's, Hendricks County Estate Buyers, Ivy Tech, Nelson Jewelers, Panuni's Pizza, Pete Bay, your State Farm agent, Westside Plumbing, and Wiley Palooza.
Those of you tuning in for the first time, you're watching or listening to Brownsburg varsity basketball here on audiosportsonline.com. I'm Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley. Troy Weimer has the night off. Not really. He's actually working his real job. So they sent in the B team for the play-by-play duties, and we still got the A team and Chris Worley. So everything should work smoothly. We're pleased to be with you. Still got about 6 minutes before game time tonight, as it is senior night, as the Bulldogs wrap up a very good regular season. Although, ironically, Chris, their 2 losses have both come at home.
Yeah, that's right. They're a perfect 9-0 on the road. And that's one thing that is very special about this group. There's no letdown against teams they should beat, or if you want to say it, lesser competition. They've taken their act on the road and both at home and won all the games they should have, played very tough against the top opponents, and those are their only 2 losses. And in that first game of the year against number 1 Carmel, gave them as good a run as anybody. They were, I think, led after 3 quarters and just had a bad 4th quarter in that game. And, of course, the Hamilton Southeastern was a hard-fought game, too. But this Brownsburg group, a special group this year.
Well, as we look ahead, of course, this is our final regular season broadcast for the Bulldogs. For our Plainfield side of things, as we do, again, welcome in all of our Plainfield viewers as well. We still got 3 broadcasts left. Friday, Saturday, and then I'm gonna have to double-check.
I've got it for you, Rob.
And confirm.
Friday the 21st, Franklin is at Plainfield, and then they host Lebanon on Saturday night. Both those games at 7:30, and then Columbus East, and that's kind of a big game. Another 4A opponent, but Columbus East always good, and that will be on February 28th, Rob, at Plainfield at 7:30 also. Of course, Plainfield, a young team, like we said, they have 2 seniors. Leading in scoring right now at 11 points per game is Bobby Jensen. Second is the freshman Nathan Mills at 10.4 points a game. And then Max Kurkowski, who's going to come off the bench tonight, a sophomore, he is at 9.9 points a game. James Mayberry, after that, 7.9 points per game. Bobby Jensen also leads in at 6.6 per game.
And Rob Kendall, along with Chris Worley, coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School, where the Bulldogs are set to take on the Plainfield Quakers.
One thing we might watch for, and we kind of mentioned it already, one of the seniors starting here for Brownsburg is number 30, Andrew Hubley, and he's been a little bit of a story. He comes in off the bench late in games that they're pretty much have in hand, but he has started the year, and there are various games, not all one game, but 3 out of 3 shooting from three-point range. So when we got to trying to make 4 out of 4, every game on the road or home, the bench was 4 in a row. He did miss. Then last week at Lafayette Harrison, he got open, shot a three-pointer, banked off the back of the backboard and in, so he's 4 out of 5. But he's been a good player for them. He gets, like we said, a big reaction from the bench and student in the crowd every time he fires up a long one. He's going to start tonight, so maybe if he can get open, get a shot up right away, that would be a big thing. Coach has praised him because he gets all his work in. He pushes the starters hard in practice. For Andrew Hubley, a big influence, he said, was his Grandpa Compton, who was a coach of Indiana high school basketball for 17 years, and Coach Compton also a member of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. So Andrew brings a little of that history into this game, and I'm glad he's getting a start here tonight, Rob.
3 minutes up on the clock. Both teams now in their respective locker rooms as the Bulldogs set to take on the Plainfield Quakers. Chris, maybe read through a few of those sponsors.
Well, we always want to thank our friends at Brownsburg McDonald's. 2 convenient locations in Brownsburg. One just off 267 and 74, the other off Main Street next to Marsh. Don't forget, McDonald's is the host of the McDonald's Hendricks County Sports Show. Your chance to get the latest updates on Avon and Brownsburg basketball players tonight at 6. And is available via podcast at audiosportsonline.com. Thank you, McDonald's, for your support of Brownsburg basketball. Just a quick look, too, at the Hoosier Crossroads Conference standings here. Right now, 7-0 in the conference. They are 15-3 overall. Brownsburg second, 7-1 in the conference, 15-2 overall. By Nobles, other games here tonight. In Central Indiana in this conference as Brownsburg gets ready to take the floor here at the field house. Fishers is at Decatur Central, Hamilton Southeast. West Lafayette is at Logansport, Lawrence Central is at Noblesville. Westerns, I got it this week. I'll kind of be glad when they get those Lafayette schools off the schedule next year. They're going to, of course, go away from this kind of rough trip this winter. It's not so bad in football, but we've had some rough trips up there this winter to the Lafayette area.
Yeah, and as you said, it's been a great but obviously you've made a couple of those trips. I know this year basketball will be no
right. Of course, Plainfield is in the Mid-State Conference. And of course, they would be in the lower half of that standings right now, but they have won 2 in a row. Maybe get a huge upset. But they'll give everything they can to get that done with their coach Andy Weaver.
Well, and as we said, year the team attempted to cover. It's of course a building process going through this by the
right, but
the Plainfield Quakers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rob, but you can't help like their fine young talent. Max Kurkowski's been very good this year, a sophomore, and also Nathan Mills. They have a lot of athletic ability in those two young men. If they can put some more good talent around those two, I think they're going to have a couple good years here coming up. Young team. It's tough, in this Central Indiana against all these good opponents. About set to go here as both teams will huddle up on their sidelines before the national anthem.
Yeah, we will pause as we'll wait for the pregame announcement. Then we'll have our national anthem and our starting lineups, and then we'll play basketball.
Rob, looks like Sam Comer going to get an academic award here, a banner lifted up. Of course, fine athletic director here at Brownsburg, Kelly Wagoner, directing activities as always down there. But Sam and his parents going to watch as an all academic team banner is raised here at the field house.
I never got one of those.
I'm surprised at that, Rob. Maybe your dad, Mike's probably not surprised. But.
Well, no, I was, as they say, I was a struggle.
Well, you turned out pretty good after all, though, Rob. Bobby Jensen also getting named to this AAA Insurance All-Academic Traveling Team. Bobby Jensen representing Plainfield, Sam Comer for Brownsburg. A little money going to both schools too. That's what being a good student athlete's all about. These kids have a lot of demand on them as far as practice time and school time too, and they're getting it done here. These two guys, Sam Comer and Bobby Jensen, academically as well as athletically.
So both teams now back over to their respective sidelines, and here in just a moment we will have our national anthem, and then we'll play some basketball.
anthem done. We're ready for Tuesday night high school basketball here. Rob, of course, the girls section on the girls tournament taking the spotlight here in these couple weeks before the boys section will get started. So they're getting some of the Friday and Saturday night games, which they do deserve. So boys game's going to move to Tuesday night here. Plainfield at Brownsburg.
All right, well, getting ready to go through our starting lineups real quick here. As you can see, the Quakers in the road reds, blue letters and numbers. Bulldogs in the home whites, purple letters and numbers. Chris, want to run through those starters again for us before we tip off tonight?
Sure, we'll do, Rob. Plainfield being announced right now. There's number 3, James Mayberry, starting at one guard. Garrett Patton, number 11, at another guard, or forward, if you will. Here's number 15, Kyler Nichols, a junior starter for Plainfield here tonight. Nathan Mills, the freshman, number 40, talented player, along with senior Bobby Jensen, number 44, for the Plainfield Quakers. Brownsburg will be introduced next with this senior night starting lineup. A few guys getting a start here that don't normally. Of course, Trevor Lucas and Kyle Thompson have started each game, but we've got 3 senior starters in here for Brownsburg. All seniors, 5 of them will start here. .32, Big Sam Comer, 6'5", being introduced now. Sam, great student, as we said there, got an academic award before the game here. And there's Kyle Thompson, number 42. Kyle does a lot for this team, and he's done it in 4 years, too. Trevor Lucas, number 3, is really on a scoring bench. Scored over 20 points his last 2 games for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. 21, Kyle Hathaway. Good to see this young man getting the start. 6'2", senior. And number 30, Andrew Hubley, the three-point shooter, will start also for Brownsburg.
All right, so here we go. Both teams on the floor, just about ready to go. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School. And it'll be number 40. Tip it up for the Quakers. Nathan Mills, the freshman, against, let's see, is it Thompson? Yeah, it'll be Thompson doing the tipping, I'm sure.
Good to have Rob Kendall back behind the microphones as a sporting announcer, sports event. Of course, Rob does a lot of radio, but good to have him back here on the call for Brownsburg basketball, Plainfield basketball.
In another life, Chris, this was my profession.
Right.
All right, Thompson and Mills to tip it up. There it is. It's underway, controlled in the backcourt by the Bulldogs, and Lucas will walk it across the 10-second line. Lucas, center of the floor, dribbles, flips it right side, comes over to Hathaway. Hathaway back to the center of the floor, now all the way left side. Flips it over to Hubley. Up top to Hathaway, to Comer. Comer flips it in the corner.
Plainfield starting in a zone defense here, Rob.
Right side to Hathaway to Thompson. Thompson skips it across
court.
Go ahead. 3 ball in the way is short. Rebound tracked down, and Mayberry has it out of there for the Quakers. Here comes Plainfield now. Mayberry across the 10-second line, center of the floor, now flips it left side.
Brownsburg starting a zone here.
To Patton. Patton comes back up top. Now inside, wide open. Mills missed the layup. Rebound out of there by Comer. Comer to Hathaway, and he'll get it to Lucas, who will walk it across the 10-second line.
Well, you don't expect Nathan Mills to miss that shot, even though he's a freshman. He was right under the basket, wide open layup for the field goal, and just rolled it far off the rim. Maybe a little case of nerves to start this game.
Over to Thompson. Thompson in the corner. Skips it over to Hathaway. To Comer at the foul line. Comer dribbles out. Around the horn it comes. Top of the key. Now left side. Back center to Hathaway.
You know, Brownsburg's so used to having their great point guard, Darian Ringo, run things. It may be a little disorganized here with this lineup.
Oh, nice move by Thompson with the left hand up. No good. Rebound tipped up. Loose ball. Pulled out of there. Off the hands of Thompson, and it'll belong to Plainfield. 6:33 left to play. First quarter. 0-0. No score. Inbound to Nichols. Walking up across the 10-second line.
Nichols is their point guard. He plays with a lot of energy. Just a little guy, but he can do some damage out there. Of course, he's glad he doesn't have to face Darren Ringo on defense.
Alley-oop to Mills.
Whoa.
Good for 2, and there's a little redemption for the freshman. 2-0 in favor of the Quakers.
That was a good alley-oop pass from Nichols to Mills on the baseline. Got that one to lay up and in.
Comer in the corner up top to Lucas. Lucas to Hathaway. Thought about a three. Passed on it. Back to Lucas. Lucas facing up. Tries to go one-on-one. Now flips it around the horn in the corner to Thompson. Thompson back across court to Hathaway. To Lucas. Lucas left side. Down into Thompson. Thompson backs into the double team. Spins out. Jumper block. Jensen has it. Here come the Quakers running back the other way. They lead it 2-0. Mayberry across the timeline. Center of the floor. Dribbles between the legs. Right near the Bulldog emblem at center court. Now flips it off over to Nichols. Nichols. Left side. Mayberry. Mayberry all the way around the horn to Nichols into Jensen. Jensen backs down on Thompson, throws it up top. Mayberry tracks it down. 2-0, 5:25 left to play first quarter. Over to Nichols, into Jensen.
With this lineup, Brownsburg are going to stay in the zone. They got the steal.
There is the steal. Hathaway comes away with it, gets it to Lucas. Lucas runs the break, gets it right side to Comer. Comer up top to Hathaway. Hathaway dribbles over to Lucas.
Trevor Lucas, the only real scorer on the floor for Brownsburg right now. He's going to get an open shot.
There's a three ball. It's up. It's short. Rebound Thompson. Thompson's throwing elbows. And the foul called on Plainfield. Nice job by Thompson that time. 4:59 to play first quarter. 2-0 Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're going to struggle to look for offense until they can get K.J. Walton and Ringo in the game. But let's see what they run here off this inbounds. Low inbounds underneath the basket, Rob.
Lucas into Comer. Comer in the lane. Spins around and a travel called. And it is a Plainfield basketball.
Coach Weaver giving instruction to Plainfield here. He's got a play called for this time down the court against the Brownsburg zone.
Yeah, head coach Andy Weaver, second-year head coach of the Quakers. Of course, the Bulldogs with their own new face on the sidelines, and what a great job he has done this year. As there's a shot up and in for two.
Nathan Mills has 4 points here early. He has the only 4 points of this ball game with 4:34 left, first quarter.
Yeah, Steve Lynch, the first-year Bulldog coach, 15-2, his first year with the Bulldogs. Three ball on the way. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there. Mayberry's got it. And with a 4-0 lead, Plainfield walks it back across the timeline. It'll be interesting. It is senior night. We will see how long Lynch pays homage to the seniors if they continue to remain behind. There's a quick jumper by Mills. Shot short. Thompson rebound. Gets it to Lucas. Here comes Lucas pushing back the other way. He goes hard, center of the floor. Picks up the dribble, comes in the corner to Hathaway. Hathaway back up top to Lucas. Lucas to Thompson. Jumper from the line. No good. Rebound pulled out of there. And Nichols with the ball. Runs it across the half-court mark.
Brownsburg 0-5 from the field goal range to start this game.
Around the horn it comes to Patton. Patton down into Mills. Mills turns around, faces up, picks up the dribble. Into Jensen. Jensen backs down. Spin move. Pulled out of there. Gets it up. Around the horn. Thought about a three. Passed on it. Now comes back left side. Looking down in. Nowhere to go with the ball. Dribbles back out up top. Over to Mayberry. Mayberry lost the handle on it. Tipped away. Loose ball to Mills. Mills.
Brownsburg always active hands on defense, whether zone or man-to-man.
To Mills. Jumper. Shot short. Rebound Hathaway. Ahead to Lucas. Here comes Lucas pushing. Takes it all the way to the hole. Hoop. Nope. But the harm. And he'll shoot free throws.
Trevor, very good at driving and attacking the basket there. And he went in that lane against heavy traffic from the Plainfield defense. Got it up to the rim. Rolled off. No good. But he did get the foul. And he'll go to the foul line. Trevor, a very good foul shooter. We'll give you his stats. I think he's just over 70% this year.
And the first free throw is the first point of the ball game for the Bulldogs, 4-1.
Now, Trevor, a 74% free throw shooter. Coming in, he gets his first one.
Bulldogs, Quakers doing battle here. Shot up and good. 4-2. Dogs cut the lead in half. I want to say special thanks and hello to our good friend Shane Ray back in the XRB radio studios. Appreciate Shane filling in on the dials tonight, providing the radio side of things. Mayberry, right side. Now comes back, center of the floor. In the corner to Mills. Mills to Jensen. Jensen fouled. Shot no. Foul on the floor, they're going to say. So a bit of a break for the Bulldogs. And Jensen will bring the ball in out of bounds. 2:54 left to play, first quarter. 4-2 the score. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley from Brownsburg High School.
Well, not much offense here to start this game, Rob. 4-2. They may go through this whole first quarter with this senior starting lineup.
And a travel.
Plainfield's first turnover. Max Kurkowski did check in there for Plainfield, and he got a little anxious there and walked with the ball. Brownsburg will bring it up.
Well, Kurkowski's an interesting study. He had a great freshman year, was playing pretty well in his sophomore year, and unexplainably, or we have not had an explanation, ended up on the bench.
Yeah.
So Max, really probably the best scoring threat the Quakers do have. Loose ball tracked down by Hathaway. Dribbles out of there over to Lucas. Lucas back to Hathaway. Hathaway, three ball. Good! And the senior Bulldogs take a 5-4 lead over the Quakers.
Good shot by Kyle Hathaway, the assist to Lucas. Kyle got himself open in the corner, nailed the three-pointer.
To Kurkowski to Mayberry. Mayberry center of the floor. Picks up the dribble. Back to Kurkowski. Three ball the other way is good. Max Kurkowski for three.
Boy, Max got himself open beyond the line. And we see 5 Brownsburg basketball men. They may try and get in before the first quarter
There's a small family at the announcers table,
yes.
Chris.
Yes.
5 Bulldogs, 3 Quakers.
Okay.
They're probably in violation of a zoning law somewhere. 3 ball on the way from Hathaway, no good. Comer had it, stripped out of there by Mayberry. Mayberry runs back the other way. 7-5 to score, takes it in the lane, kicks it left side, jumper up. It is in and out, no good. Lucas had the rebound. Jensen fights for it, steals it back, missed the layup, tipped up, loose ball, knocked away. Mayberry comes out of there with it, and the offense.
Good rebound there by Plainfield to keep that ball with 15 left first quarter. They lead 7-5.
Weaver shouting out the play. And now loose ball saved by Kurkowski. They're gonna say it belongs to the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
so wholesale substitutions. What we got? Walton, Vashon, Mavunga, Ringo, and Houston in for the Bulldogs. And I know, what was it? Pat Nichols snuck in there. Was it Mayberry or Mills?
Yeah, Patton came in. Got Matt on the floor. Maple, Mills, and Nichols. Got some scoring on the Brownsburg.
Ball to Wall. Down inside it comes to Mavunga. Back to Mavunga. And a little floating left-handed hook shot. Up and in for 2.
And Mavunga's proven himself a valuable 6 man. He's usually the first man off the bench, except for tonight when we had 5 guys check in. But Mavunga's won that role this year as the 6 man, first guy off the bench. Got himself open with a little elbow against the Plainfield defender. No foul called, got it up and in.
Going to play for the final shot. Nichols to Kurkowski. Back to Nichols. Cross court it comes. Pump fake. Pass it stolen away by Vashon, and that'll bring an end to the first quarter. So we're tied at 7. We'll head to the end of the first. Both teams head to their respective benches. Chris, take it away.
Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Take them to Hendricks County Estate Buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652, 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. That's the Hendricks County Estate Buyers. Ivy Tech, a new Ivy Tech Community College campus has opened in Crawfordsville. The campus is easily accessible off I-74 at the Crawfordsville exit. Registration for summer and fall classes will begin soon. The new campus has science labs, computer labs, and a complete associate degree in business. You can meet with admissions and financial aid advisors, take an assessment, and register for classes on site. Ivy Tech is located at 2325 Phil Ward Boulevard inside the Crawfordsville Commerce Park. Go to ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY-LINE, 888-IVY-LINE for more information. Ivy Tech is changing lives.
All right, back with the second quarter. Here we go. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live from Brownsburg High School. Bulldogs and Quakers knotted at 7. Quakers will have the arrow and the ball.
I would expect Brownsburg to pick up the scoring pace in the second quarter, Rob.
Yeah, I think the
defense.
Yeah, I think Coach Lynch said, okay, fun and games are now over.
Yeah.
Pass down inside. Oh, man, got a man wide open. Shot stripped away. That was number 33 for the Quakers, who ended up with the ball. Jacob Maple, another fine young player, also a sophomore.
I think Jacob played football, too.
Oh, lob in. Great play.
Mills.
That's the second time the Bulldogs have fallen asleep, and Mills has been the beneficiary of an easy 2-point basket.
See, we need K.J. Walton to get a shot here. He's Brownsburg's leading scorer, just over 18 points a game. Junior K.J. Walton, number 22.
Around the horn it comes to Ringo. To Walton. To Ringo. Down inside. Now up top to Ringo. Ringo thought about a three, passed on it. Flips it off over to Houston. All the way left side now to Walton. Walton to Houston. Houston for three. It's good. And the Bulldogs have their second lead of the ball game. It's now 10-9.
They've hit 2 3-pointers. Tyler Houston can do that. He likes to set up in that corner. The senior, Tyler Houston, number 11, he'll get that 3-ball up and in.
Around the horn it comes. Kurkowski thought about a three, passed on it. Now all the way it comes left side in the corner. There's the trap as Patton is stuck, tries to get out of there. Can't, ball on the floor, rips it away. Maple ends up with it Mills ends up with it into a wide open Maple, and Maple good for 2.
Maple gets his first bucket.
Bulldogs run back the other way to Houston. Houston wanted to shoot the ball. Ringo cross court to Walton, and Patton knocks it out of bounds.
That was a far distance to toss that ball across the court. They want to get KJ on the board here, get him started here in the second quarter, but that pass a little off target, and Plainfield knocked it out of bounds. Brownsburg will inbound here on the near side.
Jensen and Mayberry both in. Three ball. Good. Ringo for 3.
And Ringo had himself open at the top of the key, hit a 3-point there. He can do that, doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but got that one to go nice and clean.
Kurkowski, cross court to Mayberry, to Kurkowski, a 3. It's up, it's short. Rebound Mills. Mills dribbles on the out-of-bounds line as he tries to come down with the ball, and that means it will belong to the Bulldogs. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, these two teams are now in the same sectional.
Is that right? I looked at that sectional the other day. It's the Avon sectional.
I think Plainfield and I'm trying to remember the girls. I think Mooresville, Terre Haute.
Yeah.
So these two teams could play each other again. Of course, they have redrawn the sectional lines once again.
Boy, Max is firing.
Whoa, big shot, no good. Foul on Mills going over the back. They've redrawn the lines for about the 37th time since they went to class basketball.
That's why it's hard to keep track of. But, yeah, I know that Brownsburg will play at the Avon sectional this year along with Avon. I remember the Terre Haute schools. Who else did you say, Rob?
Mooresville, who won the sectional.
Very tough. Mooresville's got a good team. And Plainfield.
How does Terre Haute end up in a Brownsburg sectional?
I don't know. In the girls, their sectional was at Terre Haute.
Yep. 5:27 to play. First half, 13-11 the score.
I guess it's kind of like the state legislature doing redistricting. Sometimes it doesn't make much sense, right?
Top of the key, power dribble by Ringo into Mavunga. Mavunga up and in. Boy, that was some power basketball right there, Chris.
Mavunga with 4 points coming off the bench. Brownsburg leads 15-11. Mavunga averaging just over 5.5 points a game now. He's doing a good job.
Right side, dribbling, flipping it up to Kurkowski. Kurkowski back across court.
Brownsburg in a 1-3-1 zone defense here. Big Dalton Vachon anchors the middle.
Trapped in the corner. Top of the key. Now left side. Ball knocked away. Vachon's got it. Here comes Ringo to Houston. He'll try a 3. It's up. It's good. And the Bulldogs expand the lead to 18-11.
Tyler Houston with 2 3-pointers in the second quarter alone. Kind of surprised he shot that one, but Ringo got it back to him. He was open. Went ahead and took it.
4 minutes, 15 seconds to play. Second quarter.
Brownsburg always looking for steals on defense to get Ringo, the guard, out on a fast break.
Center of the floor. Picks up the dribble. Nowhere to go with the ball. Now flips it left side. Shot up. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Brownsburg. 18-11. 4:01 to play in the first half.
Reese Crawford now will check in for Plainfield. Bobby Jensen inbound underneath the basket. Tyler Houston checks out. Max again from the corner.
And it got stuck. The ball is stuck. Which will be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Brownsburg.
Max 0 for 3 from three-pointers here in the second quarter. He got one in the first quarter when he first came in, but he's not afraid to fire him up there, and that ball got stuck against the rim and the backboard. Of course, no rebound. Brownsburg will slowly walk it up with Darian Ringo at the point. Plainfield switches to a zone defense here. K.J. Walton yet to score, but he's going to fire a three.
And it's good. Walton nails the three from the corner. Bulldogs extend the lead to 10, 21-11. And Andy Weaver's going to spend a 30-second timeout. Let's take a moment, Chris. I want to thank one of our Plainfield sponsors. Plainfield Self-Storage is located on North Car Road. They feature 24-hour access and lighted secure storage. Plainfield Self-Storage, their office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Stop in or call 838-7027 for more information.
Brownsburg scored 14 points here in this second quarter already. They had 7 in the first, so they now lead 21-11. And as we thought, when the big guns, if you will, came in for Brownsburg, they've expanded this lead. Of course, Brownsburg known for their great defense this year, and this team on the floor right now has got several steals and runouts too against Plainfield. So Plainfield needs a good little stretch here before the half to close down that margin. Plainfield coming back on the floor now as Coach Lynch goes over defensive principles with Dalton Deshawn. Coach Lynch always teaching. He demands a lot from these kids, but boy, they've been successful so far at 15-2.
All right, 3:35 to play, first half, 21-11. Bulldogs with the lead over the Quakers.
See if Plainfield can run a good set here. They got some motion offense now against this Brownsburg defense.
Brownsburg appears to be in a man-to-man. They are.
James Mayberry dribbling out front against Lucas. He'll drive.
Shot up, no good. Tipped up and in for two. Nice job by Mayberry to get his own rebound. Ringo runs back the other way, dribbles between the legs, skips it across court to Walton. Walton will fire a quick three. It's up. It's no good. Rebound out of there to Mavunga. Mavunga pulls down the ball and is fouled. And that is just the fourth foul on the Quakers. Only one foul on the Bulldogs so far.
Reese Crawford picks up his first foul. Brownsburg inbound underneath their own basket.
Lob into Walton. Walton comes back, top of the key. Flips it off over to Ringo. Ringo holds to Lucas. To Mavunga under the basket. Powers up. Back to Walton to Ringo. Ringo to Walton. He'll spot, fire a three. It's in and out. Rebound Mavunga up and in for two. And Steve Lynch will spend a 30-second timeout.
If you're looking for that special jewelry item for that special occasion or just any occasion, then look no further. Nelson Jewelers at 22 East Main in Brownsburg has just what you need. Check out their website at nelsonjewelers.com to sign up for their newsletter and their featured item of the month. Call them today at 317-852-2306. Nelson Jewelers, a little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. A.J. Walton there, he's shot a couple of those threes, just not going in so far. Brownsburg leads 23-13, 2:33 left, second quarter. Rob?
All right, Chris. Good start for the Quakers. Good rebound by the Bulldogs. Brownsburg up by 10. This announcing stuff is tiring.
Rob, now you've been at it for a little while. It's just sports announcing. You got to get back into the groove here in sports.
Like preparing for a marathon. And the pass down into Mills over his head.
Boy, they had Mills open underneath the basket. Just an errant pass there by Mr. Maple. Went out of bounds. Your old friend, Mr. Snap, almost caught the ball underneath the basket down there.
He is a doctor. We should point that out.
Snap, superintendent of Brownsburg Community School Corporation.
What is that movie where the guy goes, and what exactly are you a doctor of?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Well, science.
Trevor
Shot
Lucas
us up.
misses a three.
No good. Ball on the floor. Pulled out of there by Mills. Mayberry has it. Runs back the other way.
Plainfield needs a bucket this possession. Just 1:50 now left. And over the back call, trying to defend, was Kyle Thompson. The big guy will get his, I believe that's his first foul.
Hey, we ought to have some sort of spring training sort of thing for announcing next year, Chris. I feel like I'd be better prepared.
Yeah.
Second team foul on the Bulldogs. That foul was on Thompson, his first. Minute 49 to play, first half. Bulldogs lead it by 10. Deep lob into Nichols. Nichols faces up, looking. Comes center of the floor, now left side.
Plainfield, not much of a three-point shooting team. Let's see if they can get something here.
Lob down inside, caught and put up an in for two.
Nathan Mills having a good first quarter with 8 points on a nice feed by Bobby Jensen.
Three ball, Ringo. No good. Rebound, Lucas. Goes up, hoop, and the harm. Lucas able to get around the defender that time, who boxed out but didn't secure his man. And Lucas able to put it up and in for two.
Trevor Lucas, of course, just at 6'3", maybe 6'2", but he leads his team in rebounding. He's been very good at that. Leads the team. KJ Walton, I believe, is second, but that's something. That's just hard work by Trevor Lucas, the senior.
Shot is up and good.
Trevor now has 5 points tonight here on senior night. 1:13 left, second quarter. Brownsburg in his own defense.
Down inside to Jensen. Jensen at the foul line. Comes up top. Pass inside, sold away by Houston. Houston picks up the dribble. Ahead to Ringo, and Ringo traveled with the ball. 55 seconds to play. Back to the Quakers.
Big turnover there. Brownsburg wanted to go ahead and capitalize on that steal, but couldn't do it. Let's see what Coach Weaver is going to run here for Plainfield. He's going to try and gather the guys for a quick conference. Not a timeout, but he's giving instruction as to what play he wants here before the half.
Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you from Brownsburg High School tonight as the Bulldogs lead it by 11 over the Quakers. And Plainfield looks like, now Brownsburg will pressure, they might have been content to play for the last shot.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing to be under 9 points against number 5 AP poll Brownsburg Bulldogs. And they are going to work it around for maybe that last shot, Rob, with just under 30 seconds here. They have Nichols, Patton, and Kurkowski playing catch out along the perimeter. Brownsburg content to keep that defense back. Pass intercepted.
Ball, yep, and a jump ball called with 7.5 seconds to play.
Yeah, Brownsburg always active with those hands on defense. They were able to step in there and deflect that pass, led to a jump ball, and the arrow pointing Plainfield way.
Well, Chris, if I was the type to criticize officials, I would have criticized that call, but I'm not,
okay.
So I won't.
You're not the type to criticize officials. You may have done a little bit of that back in the day.
Yes. Ball comes left side. Nichols down inside to Jensen. He gets it off. It's short. Gets it back. And it would have counted. It's like a hot potato in there. So we put the end on a first half. 26-15 the score. The Bulldogs lead it over the Quakers. And while Chris tallies up some stats, we're going to thank our Plainfield sponsor. Another one again. Jensen's Pools and More. The Backyard Place, located just 1 mile north of Heartland Crossing on Highway 67 in Canby, has everything for all your swimming pool needs. From above-ground pools to in-ground pools, Jensen sells and installs them all. And during the winter months, we offer mattresses direct from the factory of King Coil, a leading manufacturer of American-made mattresses. Queen sets starting at $329. King sets at $429. Guaranteed lowest prices around. Jensen's Pools and More. Is located at 7302 South Kentucky Avenue in Canby. Visit us online at Jensen's Pools, let me get that right with an S, jensenspools.com.
Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody. Pizza with more toppings than you can count, including specialty pizzas, 5 different kinds of calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread with 2 kinds of dipping sauce. All made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. And don't forget Panuni's Jumbo Wings with 12 kinds of sauce. Mention the XRB special and get 10% off of your order. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday open until 11 p.m. Dine in, carry out, or free delivery. Call 286-3500. Panuni's Pizza and Wings at 1447 East Main in Brownsburg.
Well, they're rolling out the blue carpet for you, Chris, the tie-dyed carpet, it appears.
I don't get a red carpet.
No.
What's going on here, Rob?
Well,
give
it appears
me a full update.
The flag team is going to come on and do a little number.
You know, when plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they will be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. Honesty, integrity, and respect. That's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing at 445-8399. That's 445-8399. Westside Plumbing, serving Brownsburg and all of Hendricks County.
Well, it looks like you're going to get a little display of the talents of the, what do you call them, the color guard? Is that the appropriate name?
Yeah, this may be the biggest halftime show of the year here, Rob.
Well, it's the grand finale. If a band goes on tour, it's always the best show for the final show of the season.
Wiley Palooza is excited about serving the community of Brownsburg in the year 2014 and dipped premium ice cream all this year. You can pick one of their fun premium ice cream flavors like Kitty Kitty Bang Bang, Yippee Skippy, or Fat Elvis, or a traditional flavor like Butter Pecan, Vanilla Bean, or Cookie Dough, or any of the 20 flavors with amazing toppings. Visit their Facebook page at Wiley Ice Cream Emporium Brownsburg, Wiley Palooza in the Brownsburg Shopping Plaza on Highway 36.
I want to say hi. You mentioned Westside Plumbing. Our friend Bobby Lott, the proud owner of Westside Plumbing. We love Bobby. He's a great guy. Certainly appreciate that. Bobby supporting our football and basketball broadcast, so thank you, Bobby.
Well, Brownsburg was able to score 19 points in that second quarter. They had 7 in the first, so that big lineup did come in, at the end there of the first quarter, and now they lead 26-15, scoring in that first quarter. Trevor Lucas had 5 for Brownsburg. Jordash Magavunga with 6. Darian Ringo with 3. Tyler Houston hit a couple three-pointers. He has 6 points. Kyle Hathaway with 3. KJ Walton with just 3 points in limited play, though, for the Plainfield Quakers. Scored 7 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, 15 points at halftime. James Mayberry had 2 points. Max Kurkowski with 3. Had to shoot several times from three-pointer, just couldn't get him to hit. Maple with 2, and Nathan Mills, star of the first half for Plainfield, with 8 points.
Now, for some unknown reason, the color guard decided not to go with Born to Run as their song that they're performing
One of your favorites
their
there,
flag
Rob.
routine to. Now, this is a big-time thing they're doing here, Chris. So our fans watching at home on the video stream see this.
Yeah, and we do have a camera feed on that right now. Boy, this is an exciting show, Rob. Quite a visual spectacle, we'll say.
Well, you also could have gone with Rush's Spirit of Radio. That would have been an okay.
Okay. I think you should have been the musical director.
Well, they did not consult me on this routine, and it's shocking as it may have been. We'll go. I mean, I had a laundry list of songs that they could have done these routines to that would have been just brilliant.
Now, Rob, I've always wondered. Now I know you've been in several businesses, but why do you ever do weddings or DJ?
I did one wedding.
Okay.
And
what happened? Tell us about the music.
Well, I did the wedding, and I actually did a good job. I got paid up front and in cash.
Okay.
So,
okay. That's always the most important.
Those are the two most important things in the entertainment industry: up front and in cash.
Now, did you work with a song list, or did you take requests?
The bride had some songs. The groom appeared not to care.
Okay.
And I actually just tried to take everything from the movie The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler and apply it to my.
Okay.
Here's the thing about weddings. You get so many people there, and you want to be involved in the fun.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who actually does weddings. Our friend John Raybold, who owns the car wash in Brownsburg, his son is like a professional wedding man.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's made a small fortune in the wedding industry.
Well, there's a talent to that. You got to please a wide variety of audience. You got to have some songs for the older folks,
Right.
the parents to dance to, and then of course the young folks at the wedding, they want to dance and
Well,
with some
and
faster
I
pace.
say this, I was a bit of a prima donna back in my radio days, so I may have scoffed a little bit at the idea of doing weddings, but now that I'm older and more experienced and on my 6th anniversary of my 24th birthday,
Yeah.
I kind of wish I'd done some more weddings because, like I said, up front and in cash.
So you did kind of scoff at the idea of
Well, there was a time where I thought I was more talented than I actually was.
Plus, you be entertaining, Rob. You have various stories, and people don't want to hear somebody talk at that. But you have to make talk with people who
Well,
come up to the table.
my biggest problem is I would have started pointing out obvious flaws in the relationship.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Well, so it's
And
probably
a few of the guests too, I'm sure.
yeah. It's well, and you get these requests. You have this song? No.
Right.
Did you get it? No.
Right.
And then somebody's put a letter in the complaint box. I mean.
Well, you get neighbors there, and I'll tell you who's a good neighbor, and that's Pete Fay. It's someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. It's State Farm Agent Pete Fay. He takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs. So whether you're preparing for your child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm Agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now I'll tell you something. I will be doing some DJ work for.
Yeah.
Public service announcement. Relay for Life is coming up
right.
in May, early in May.
Yeah.
And I'll be 24 hours. I'll be the man running the glorified floor show up on the stage.
Now, didn't you do that last year?
I was in the dunk tank last year.
Okay.
They gave me the option. They said you can either slave labor for 24 hours or be in the dunk tank for 30 minutes. And I said that water was cold last year.
Well,
I'm going in the.
You've done several dunk tank appearances.
I did, yeah. I've raised a lot of money for charity
A lot of money.
with allowing those who have grievances to throw me in cold water.
No doubt about it.
Maybe this year, Chris, now that you are an appointed government official, we could get you as a
Oh,
member
God,
of the
I never
dunk tank.
thought of that. Please. I will consider it, Rob. Just make it, good summertime weather now.
Right.
It wouldn't be bad. Now, you're going to get this kind of weather. No thanks, Rob. But
Well,
we are warming up.
I believe it's May 10th, I think, is the Relay for Life date. Now, look
Okay.
at this, Chris. Here's how fast they roll that stage up.
Look at that.
It's like being at a Rolling Stones concert.
Whoa. Well, you're showing your age there, Rob. That's going back a ways.
That's one group I've never seen.
I did once.
Really?
At the old Hoosier Dome.
Oh,
It
excellent.
was a fantastic show. It really was. That Mick could still move. Well, he still can.
Now,
But,
this
that
was
a good show.
in the, not maybe the heyday, but at least the
Right.
semi-less gray day of
Right.
the Rolling Stones.
No doubt. And it was a very, very good show.
Well, I think the Rolling Stones are a group that can still put together some pretty decent music despite their enhanced age.
Okay, now, but if you did, let's say you're going to do a wedding
Right.
this coming weekend on Saturday. I don't think you're going to play Rolling Stones, Rob.
What was the question?
You're going to do a wedding this coming Saturday. I don't think you're going to play Rolling Stones.
Well,
Rob.
you could play quite a few Rolling Stones. You know what? You can't always get what you want.
Okay.
Rolling Stones had a great song in the early part of the 2000s called "Don't Stop." That's my favorite
Okay.
Rolling Stones
All right,
song.
all right.
So it was on the 40 Licks album.
Of course,
So,
any wedding, you'd have to mix Bruce Springsteen in
Yes,
somewhere.
absolutely. I'm going to go take care of our agitator behind me here. I'll
Okay.
be right back.
All righty. Well, Plainfield's come back on the court here. 26-15 lead for Brownsburg. Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody, and you don't even have to leave home. Call 286-3500 for free delivery to Pittsboro, Claremont, North Avon, and all of Brownsburg. Specialty pizza, calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread, all made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. Not to mention Panuni's jumbo wings. Tell them you heard it from XRB and get 10% off your order. Check out their Facebook page for specials. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday, open until 11 p.m. Locally owned. Panuni's Pizza and Wings on 1447 East Main in Brownsburg. Nothing makes you think of the future like holding it in your arms. The wonder of being a new parent includes planning for your child's future, and now's the time to start looking to someone who's been there from the start. State Farm Agent Pete Fay in Brownsburg can ensure your life insurance will keep pace with your family's growing financial needs. So for more information on life insurance, visit State Farm Agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That was Justin Hobbs, the brother of
yeah.
Ashley Hobbs, our fine town council member.
Yep, there we go.
Stopped by to see us.
Don't see Sheriff Galloway in the crowd. We always like to have Sheriff Galloway here. Last home
now,
game
you do
here.
see him or you don't see him?
I do not.
Yeah, he's probably keeping the streets safe.
Yeah.
It is a weeknight.
Right. Sheriff Galloway always on duty, 24 hours a day.
Now I got to ask you, this is your second full year with us, isn't it?
Yes.
Has the broadcasting industry been as glamorous as you had it pegged to be?
No. Just give you a flat out no, but it's always fun and enjoyable. You know, Troy Weimer's, of course, done a great job on the play-by-play this year. Of course, yourself, and we've had Marcus Fredwell, along with J.P. Sinclair, with us on broadcast. So it's been great. Love being part of the Audio Sports Online Network, and of course Shane Ray and the XRB family too. Really thank them for helping us with high school sports here in Hendricks County.
Well, and as we said, this is senior night for the Bulldogs. They lead it 26-15, 3 minutes up on the clock still. As we wrap up our senior night here, the Bulldogs did start all 5 seniors. Only Tyler Houston did not start. And he, of course, normally starts, so a little bit of a role reversal there. Yeah, and it was close for a while, and then the Bulldogs sent the bench players in, and they've really poured it on since then. Plainfield, I believe, led by 4 or 5 points at one point. And now the Bulldogs have an 11-point advantage.
Yeah, it was tied at 7 after that first quarter, but Brownsburg had 19 big points in the second half to stretch out that lead. You know, just a word about a couple of those guys that started for Brownsburg. Number 21, Kyle Hathaway, senior. You know, he's a good kid, works hard in practice. Now, he can knock down the outside shot. Coming in this game, he's just 1 out of 2 from three-point range. I think he did shoot one and hit one. He hit his first shot. His credits his dad for his passion for basketball. He will be attending Ball State. Also, we talked about Andrew Hubbley. Sam Comer did start, of course. He plays tough D, gets some good. 6'7" game. Now let's see. He shoot in the first on the year. The strength of those baseball is good first baseman. Bill gives you a good first base. I know a lot about it. Coach Lynch has talked about him, very coachable. Sam does a lot in high school. Club, Interact Club, Buddies, National Honor Society. He's on next year.
See, I wish I'd have been an athlete just so I could have come up with creative things to write on my senior day speeches.
Yeah, that's right.
Best advice received from his father. Invest in gold, the dollar's going downhill. Just something like that,
That's right. Now, what year did you graduate?
A long time ago.
Okay, we'll just leave it at that.
It was during the first Bush term.
Oh, all right.
Not the first Bush, but the first term of the most recent Bush.
There we go.
2002.
Okay, go with that. Well, you're a good American.
Thank
Great
you.
American.
So are you.
Okay. Winding down to the start here of the second half. Now, Brownsburg's got to continue to get the job done. Like we said, they have 2 games after night, both on the road. They are trying to go 18-2. Of course, Brownsburg student section here at the field house, always active, led by our man Jonesy over there. He gets that crew up and going. They're going with the red, white, and blue look here tonight. Of course, some of them still have those Steve Lynch T-shirts with a picture on the front and I Love Lynch on the back.
No, these kids are creative, but they really didn't think this through because Plainfield is red, white, and blue.
Yeah, it's true.
So they're wearing Plainfield colors.
Yep.
Whoever is the head of the committee,
maybe Jonesy. I'll talk to him.
He may need some new legal counsel.
Okay, here we go, Rob.
All right, Bulldogs with the ball. They lead it 26-15. 7 minutes, 55 seconds to play, third quarter.
They're going to go back with those seniors on the floor. Hubley and Kyle Hathaway in, along with Sam Comer.
Yep. Pass inside, stolen away. We will see. Coach Lynch probably hoping for a better scenario than he got in the first quarter, although not bad. Tie ball game, and a lot of these kids really haven't seen a lot of action this year.
Of course, along with those 3 we mentioned, Trevor Lucas and Kyle Thompson on the floor. And we'll let you give the Plainfield lineup here.
Yeah, so we've got Nichols in there, Mills, Patton, Jensen, and Mayberry. Around the horn it comes. Mayberry with the ball inside. Jensen, nice pass into Mills. Blocked away by Thompson, out of bounds.
I saw right away here on this first possession, Plainfield possession, Brownsburg defense going to pick up in intensity. They're known for the defense, and you can see right away that Coach Lynch has told them, hey, let's pick up the defense this second half.
Well, if you're a senior, this is it. This is your last home half.
Yep, let it all rip.
Leave it all out on the floor, as they like to say. Ball comes into Jensen. Jensen to Mills. Shot up. No good. Comer in there on defense. Nice job. And now Lucas has it across the timeline. Left side it comes. Up top to Lucas. Lucas thought about a three and passed on it. You want to say hi to our good friend Shane Ray? He just tagged you in a post on Facebook, by the way.
All right, Shane.
He's trying to encourage people. Oh, Thompson for three. He's trying to encourage people to like you into the for relay for life.
Oh, no. I think they're probably going to get
Absolutely.
Kyle Thompson shot a three out of the corner and made it.
And you were to patronize me in the dunk tank last year, so I'll be returning the favor.
Yeah, I'm sure. I never thought about that, becoming an official here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we do, Chris.
Okay.
Nichols with the ball, over to Patton. Patton to Mayberry, or Mills, rather, I should say. Ball knocked away. Lucas has it. Here comes Lucas. He's bumped by Nichols on his way to the basket, and a foul is called. 6:24 to play, third quarter, 29-15, I'm sorry, Bulldogs with the lead.
First foul of the second half on Mr. Nichols there, and that is his second foul. Brownsburg will inbound here near side. Hubley got that start here, and he inbounds the ball. Of course, he missed two three-pointers there, and that's going to bring his percentage down. He was 4 out of 5 from three-point range on the season coming into this game.
Lucas with the ball. Over to Hathaway, back to Lucas, center of the floor, left side. Hathaway has it again, faces up, comes down into Thompson. Thompson backs it out. Crown the horn it comes. Three ball on the way. Shot is up. It's good.
Trevor.
Lucas for three. So the Bulldogs 32-15.
Trevor with 8 points now. Good jumper, a three-pointer from the top of the key.
5:45 to play.
Now, Rob, when you do a dunk tank, don't you always say the same thing afterwards? Well, it's for a good cause.
Absolutely. Well, here's the way I looked at it. Mayberry nails the two. I get to get up there, and I can say whatever I want, and then if people try to pin it on me, well, it was for a good cause, to get people to spend the dollar.
Good point. Hathaway again from the corner.
Three ball for Hathaway is good, and the Bulldogs extend the lead to 35-17.
Hathaway, his second three-pointer of the game.
Life's all about opportunity, Chris. You got to seize the moment.
Seize the moment.
It's like an Eminem song.
You've done plenty of that in your lifetime.
Absolutely.
Seize the moment.
You're going to really love the dunk tank. I think this is a good career move for you.
I don't think I'm going to love it.
Nichols with the ball, left side.
If Shane wants me to do it, I'll do it.
Absolutely. Mayberry to Nichols to Patton. Patton faces up.
Brownsburg defense much better.
Stolen away by Lucas. They tried the lob pass into Mills. Lucas running the floor, runs past the defender, lost the handle on it. Nichols has it back, put race to the basket there. It off. Got away with the walk, ball knocked out of bounds, off the hands of Hathaway.
He most certainly did. Couldn't get an open man, and number 11 there, I'm sorry.
That was a play, Chris, that looked awkward on all ends from the time Brownsburg had the ball.
Yeah, Mr. Patton couldn't find a cutter coming to the basket to help him out, and he definitely walked with the ball, but went off Brownsburg out of bounds. Max Kurkowski will inbounds underneath the Plainfield basket.
35-17 our score. Lob into Mills. Mills to Kurkowski. Quick jumper from Max is up and good.
Max with 5 points now. That's his first 2-point field goal. He had a three-pointer in the first quarter.
I'm sure Kurkowski has been told by the coaches, he's one of those guys that when he finally grows into his body, he is going to be a very effective player because he is long and lanky. And very good shooter, great touch.
First turnover of the third quarter for Brownsburg. Oh, there's no doubt about it. He's going to grow into that body. And then maybe he'll be able to use his skills down low a little bit. Of course, he's thought of as an outside shooter. There he goes again.
Kurkowski a three. It's up. It's off the rim. No good. Hits the top of the backboard. That ball will belong to Brownsburg. 4:05 to play. 35-19 our score.
Well, it's so different seeing this Brownsburg team without Darian Ringo at point guard. We're used to him running everything, and he has set a lot of this game on the bench in honor of the seniors tonight. Trevor Lucas will do the honors at point guard. Plainfield up in a man defense.
Lucas with the ball, center of the floor, takes it right side. Thought about a three, passed on it. Lucas has it back now. Thompson at the foul line, spins around, comes to the right side, three ball in the way. It's up and good. And the Bulldog fans rise to their feet.
They love it when Andrew hits one, and he got one there from three-point range in the corner.
Hubley's three good, makes it 38-19. The Bulldogs have doubled up the Quakers with 3 minutes in the third quarter.
Not much scoring from the Plainfield guards tonight. They need to get one from them. Max is going to drive.
And a foul as Kurkowski was on his way up with the ball, and he'll shoot two.
Good drive there by Max. He has 5 points tonight. Looks like Brown in unit. Same. Now. Max came in as a 64% foul shooter. That foul, by the way, was on Kyle Thompson, and that is his second foul.
Kurkowski will head to the foul line, as you said, and wholesale substitutions for the Bulldogs. Houston, Walton, Vachon, and Mavunga and Ringo in, so wholesale changes. 38-20 now. Kurkowski makes the second. And it's 38-20, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to play.
Here's Ringo at the point guard for Brownsburg. KJ Walton on one wing. Mavunga checked in along with Dalton Vachon and Tyler Houston. Tyler Houston going to Butler next year on a baseball scholarship. Another one of the seniors here.
Butler's got quite the baseball history.
Yeah. You know, he used to coach baseball for them. He's always remembered for basketball, but Tony Hinkle coached the baseball squad for many years.
That's right. Passed down into Vachon, knocked away out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bulldogs. 2:44 left to play in the third.
Yeah, you know, Tyler Houston, he's number 11, been counted on to be a team leader, can hit some threes. He's known for getting a lot of big rebounds. He does that at an important time. He doesn't have any big stats or sensational plays, just a hard worker. Very important part of this team's success this year, Tyler Houston.
See a lot of former players in the stands tonight. Saw Jason Lucas. He came by to say hi earlier. Three ball from Houston is good. Of course, Lucas, currently on the team, Trevor, is Jason's nephew.
Yeah.
And then I saw J.P. Patterson down there. Of course, J.P. and Jason were infamously featured in Sports Illustrated together.
Ah.
Played at Brownsburg, and they were beaten by Glenn Robinson in the semi-state finals in 1991.
The big dog and one of those Roosevelt teams came down. Is that right?
That was right. It was at Mackey Arena, and they had them with about 3 or 4 minutes to go and just ran out of gas. 41-20 our score. Minute 55 to play. Third quarter. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley bringing you tonight's ball game as the Bulldogs ahead of the Quakers.
James Maple missed a shot there from the top of the keys. 2 out of 4 tonight. Here's Max again.
Yeah, that's one where he had position there, Chris, but just didn't quite have the strength as the ball's knocked away. Good hustle by Mayberry that time. Just didn't quite have the strength to get that ball up past the defender.
Brownsburg ball from the sidelines here. Dalton Vachon will inbounds. Like to see Dalton get on the scoreboard here. Brownsburg leads 41-20. Just a minute 33 left, third quarter.
Into Walton to the hole and good for two.
KJ's first field goal. He now has 5 points. Unusual to see him just with 5 points. He is Brownsburg's leading scorer. Steal Ringo.
Loose ball stolen. Ringo has it and a whistle.
A lot of jump balls called instead of fouls.
Jump ball.
Arrow should go to Brownsburg, and it does. Ringo shaking off that play. Two Plainfield defenders, very physical in their attack on the ball on the floor, but they ruled a jump ball. Brownsburg ball here.
Minute 13 to play. Ball tipped away, ends up in the hands of Mavunga. Mavunga to the baseline, shot up, no. Loose ball pulled out there by Vachon. Gets it up top to Ringo. Ringo thought about it, passed on it, comes over to Walton. To Ringo, to Walton, to Ringo, or to Walton, I should say. Three ball, it's good. KJ Walton for three. That young man has got D1 written all over him next year.
He does, and Tom Crean was in here in the gym earlier this year looking at him. They did go to a visit, well, not a visit, but they did go to a game KJ Walton went to an IU game a few weeks ago.
Walton a junior, so it'll be, when I said next year, I meant that's when the scouts will really be pushing him hard to sign somewhere. As the ball puts in for 2. Mills for 2. Mills has played a nice game tonight, and part of that Plainfield rebuilding effort. He's really been a standout freshman talent for them. Clock winding down. Bulldogs will play for the last shot. 10 seconds to play. Ringo's got it center of the floor. To Houston, to Ringo. Center of the floor between the legs. Picks it up, comes right side to Walton. He'll try a 3. It's up, it's good. And Walton will send it into the quarter. 49-22. The Bulldogs lead it. Hey, Plainfield Self-Storage is located on North Carr Road. They feature 24-hour access and lighted secure storage. Plainfield Self-Storage, their office hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Stop in or call 838-7027 for more information. Chris, take it away.
When it comes to fine jewelry, you know you can trust a certified gemologist that's been in business for over 50 years. That's Nelson Jewelers at 22 East Main in Brownsburg. Nelson Jewelers has just what you need for that special occasion or just because. Check out their website at nelsonjewelers.com to sign up for the newsletter and their featured item of the month. Call them today at 317-852-2306. Nelson Jewelers, a little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. When plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who's honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they'll be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. Honesty, integrity, and respect, that's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing at 445-8399. Westside Plumbing, serving Brownsburg and all of Hendricks County.
Rob Kendall, Chris Worley with you tonight. Brownsburg High School, 1 quarter left to go. 49-22, the Bulldogs on the high side of the score. Bulldogs moving from right to left, or left to right, They'll play defense. Quakers have the ball in red, and they'll move from left to right. Mayberry has the ball in the backcourt, across the 10-second line. Stolen away by Walton. Walton has it, pushes ahead. Vashon to Ringo, and he'll just dribble out. And now he'll take it down the baseline. Now we'll kick it back out. Around the horn, it comes to Walton, to Houston. Houston a 3. It's up, and the shot is no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Mills. Mills ahead to Mayberry. Mayberry pushes the break, flips it off. Inside, is that Dom? It is Dom. Couldn't get it to go. Jensen with the rebound. Up and in for 2. Nice play there by Bobby Jensen.
Dom on the miss. Jensen, with his big size, was able to get under there, get that basket. Got it back in, and he'll go to the foul line.
Hey, Jensen's Pools and More. The Backyard Place, located just 1 mile north of Heartland Crossing on Highway 67 in Canby, has everything for all of your swimming pool needs. From above-ground pools to in-ground pools, Jensen sells and installs them all. As that free throw is no good. And during the winter months, we offer mattresses direct from the factory. King Coil, a leading manufacturer of American-made mattresses. Queen sets starting at $329. King sets at $429. Guaranteed lowest prices around. Jensen's Pools, located at 7302 South Kentucky Avenue, or visit us online at jensenspools.com. And Mavunga for 2.
Brownsburg had a big third quarter there. They scored 23 points. Plainfield just 7, so that's what stretched that lead out so much for Brownsburg. And Mavunga comes in and gets a bucket here to start the fourth quarter for Brownsburg.
7 minutes to play in the ball game. Game clearly in Brownsburg's favor. They tried to alley-oop to Mills. Jensen hits up with the ball. He's wide open. Tries to get it into Mills. Can't get it in. Dom comes up with the rebound. Can't get it. Jensen goes back. Blocked by Vashon. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll belong to Brownsburg.
Dalton Vashon gets himself a block shot. Kyle Thompson and Trevor Luke will step in now. Here's Kyle Thompson, another one of these seniors, number 42. He started every game this year. Coach relies on him to be a team leader. He's also really good at communicating what sets or defensive sets the team should be in. He's not a big scorer, good rebounder, always strong D in effort, leads the team in personal fouls. Rob, and
that's a great stat. Yeah. I actually,
Ringo.
As Ringo takes it, I actually had a kid I used to play with in junior high basketball at Brownsburg. And his whole goal was to lead the team in fouls.
Yeah. But Kyle, a tremendous young man. He's going to attend Bethel College next year. So he's a big part of this team's success. Kyle Thompson.
3 ball is good, and a timeout called by Andy Weaver. 6:11 to play in the ballgame. 53-27 the score. Brownsburg leads it by 26.
Plainfield going to want to keep that scoring pace up here if they can at all. We want to thank our friends at Brownsburg McDonald's. 2 convenient locations in Brownsburg, one just off 267 and 74, the other off Main Street next to Marsh. Don't forget, McDonald's is the host of the McDonald's Hendricks County Sports Show, your chance to get the latest updates on Avon and Brownsburg basketball. With interviews of players and coaches, the show airs every Friday night at 6 p.m. on xrbradio.com and is available via podcast at audiosportsonline.com. Thank you, McDonald's, for your support of Brownsburg basketball.
Yeah, this kid that I used to play with, if he didn't get like 3 fouls in the game, his parents were upset with him.
Well, there's a role for that. You know, we do want to talk about one more Brownsburg senior here tonight. Can't forget number 3, Trevor Lucas. He's also started every game. Second on the team in scoring at 12.4. First in rebounding. Great effort guy. 100% every game. Great senior leader. Always willing to help the younger guys. You know, he's known as a good shooter, and he's put in a lot of time on his own here. Many, many hours shooting by himself in this gym. He sacrifices his body, dives for loose balls. He's a great example to other players. You know, if you had a committee vote for MVP on Brownsburg this year, Trevor would definitely get a lot of votes.
Now, we've actually got a celebrity lookalike contest going on tonight, Chris.
We do.
The official on the top right of our screen here, as you can see him walking down the Brownsburg sideline, actually bears a striking resemblance to Council President Gary Hood.
Yes, he does. Very good. Trevor going to miss one there. Yeah.
So there you go. You got to find fun in the ball game, Chris. Loose ball. Lucas tracks it down, flips it ahead to Ringo. Here comes Ringo running back the other way. Gets it ahead to a wide open layup.
Tyler Kurtz gets one there.
Kurtz in for 2. Kurtz just a sophomore and getting some playing time here tonight. Bulldogs extend the lead to 55-27.
Yeah, Kurtz plays a lot of JV ball. And he got an open
there's
lineup.
a steal by Ringo. He got away with the palm, and he'll throw it down with a two-handed slam.
The Gary Hood lookalike, not too active on the refereeing there. But Ringo, that's his specialty, getting steals on the defense, getting run-outs. I believe that's his second slam dunk of the year.
Short of the players pulling, pulling an obvious infraction at this point, I think the officials are going to let them play.
Okay. Kyle Hathaway and Andrew Hubley will check back in on their senior night here.
Well, we do want to say thanks, if this is indeed our final broadcast of the year, to Shane Ray back in the XRB Radio, tipped away. Thompson's got it. XRB Radio Studios. Appreciate all that Shane did this year, as always. Another season of Brownsburg athletics in the books. Hard to believe Shane's been around since 2008.
Well, that's great.
Covering high school sports and providing community service.
Oh, you ain't kidding. You know, he serves all of Hendricks County, not just Brownsburg. We're glad he's here.
Thompson, a rainbow 3, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. And here come the Quakers running back the other way. You know, I really compare Shane and I's first meeting to like when Lennon and McCartney got together with the Quarrymen.
I don't get you there, Rob.
One of those, like the great meetings, when Shane and I first, conglomerated.
Yep.
Turnaround jumper, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. Hathaway's got it. Gets it ahead to Kurtz.
Hubley going to fire one.
Hubley a 3, no good. Rebound, Jensen.
I love the conglomerated turn there, Rob. And Shane, that was good.
Absolutely. 3 ball, no good. It's turned into a recreational game somewhat at this point. To the hole, foul, shot no good.
Yeah, Reese Crawford wanted to get in on the three-point bomb parade, and he fired one up there for Plainfield, no good. Max Kurkowski got the rebound and drives to the lane. He'll be at the free throw line with Plainfield trailing by 30. Boy, this would look good on Brownsburg's defensive average. They come into this game giving up 43 points or less a game. Their defense has been their calling card this year. No change in that tonight against Plainfield.
We do again want to also thank Kelly Wagner, athletic director at Brownsburg High School, for allowing us to come out and do the games. We want to thank Coach Lynch for participating as well in all the McDonald's shows. Still hopefully got a few conversations left with him. We'll kind of see how that all unfolds. We had to cancel a couple of our coaches' shows due to the snow, but we're going to hope to make those up. And the lane shot blocked out of bounds, and it'll belong to...
I think that's going to be Brownsburg ball.
Bulldogs, yes, it will. Yeah. 3:44 to play.
I have to thank Coach Lynch, too, for giving us some access. On some times we weren't able to do the McDonald's show. He's very willing to give us interviews that we were able to air on XRB before some games also.
Comer has it. or is going to come in the game, I should say.
Crowd was chanting for him.
Yeah. Hathaway a three. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Houston. Goes up. He's fouled. Now, I will say I did not get a fat head this year.
No, I know it. Now, you did have one made.
Yeah.
Rob, did I ever tell you about the time the crowd was chanting for me to enter a ball game?
No.
I played football, junior high football, and the crowd, I didn't play much. I'm sitting on the bench, crowd saying, "We want Worley, we want Worley." Coach ignored me. Sat over there for another 5 minutes. They started chanting again, "We want Worley, we want Worley." Finally, I gave up. I went up to him and said, "Coach, don't you hear that?" He said, "All right, go out and see what they want."
It was like a real life Rudy, a real story.
Yep. Pitiful.
Comer will come in for Thompson.
Yeah, I think Kyle's going to check out for the very last time there with 3:33. Just the last time at home. They still got 2 games left. Houston gets the second free throw.
59-27. Again, the Bulldogs will move to 16-2 on the year. Passing to Kurkowski, goes up. No good. Tipped up and in. Nice play by Mills. Mills is going to have a bright future if he continues to progress. He's played well all year. He's gotten better as the year has gone on. And along with Kurkowski and Maple, are really going to make up for a nice pairing the next 2 years.
Yeah, nice putback. And like you said about Kurkowski, Nathan's tall too. He'll grow into that body and get bigger and stronger.
Yeah, rebound Kurkowski. Comes out of there with it, gets it ahead. And it'll come inside to Maple. Maple up, no. Tipped up, Mills, no. And 59-29, 2:50 to play. Bulldogs coming back the other way.
Tyler Kurtz will run things from the point here. Michael Folks usually will come in late in the game to play some point guard, but he's still injured. Sam going to fire a three.
3-ball, no good by Comer. Crawford flips it up top. Nichols to Kurkowski. 3-ball, no. Loose ball, out of bounds. Last touch by Plainfield.
Max not finding the range here tonight. He's just got 6 points. Shooting well from the field tonight, but Max always willing to fire that ball if he can get an open shot. And Brownsburg will come down. Just 2:20 left here on senior night.
We definitely also want to thank all of the fans who've tuned in this year from our Brownsburg side of things. And Comer up and in for 2.
Popular score there for Sam Comer. He gets on the board here on senior night.
Certainly appreciate everybody that has tuned in, whether on demand or via the archive. And of course, at that record-setting Plainfield, Ben Davis Brownsburg game that made Chris Worley and Troy Weimer international superstars.
Like
on the nightly news.
Yeah.
2-ball by Mills is good.
Yeah, that was great. That YouTube video has had, I think, about 800 views.
Kurtz with the ball across the timeline. Now, I don't know if you know about this, Chris, but I am known for the world's shortest postgame show.
Right, I do know about that. Very familiar with that, Rob. Very familiar with that.
Oh, nice save attempt there by Kurkowski. He tried to throw it between his legs, behind his back, and it hit the backboard and went out of bounds.
Okay, some more of those seniors going to check out now for Brownsburg. Get a handshake from Coach Lynch and the coaching staff. Sam Comer checks out, along with Kyle Hathaway and Andrew Hubley.
And one of the cool things, we don't mention it a whole lot, but Gordon Hayward, Gordon Hayward's father is one of the coaches of the basketball team.
Sure is.
I can't remember the exact line of how that works out, whether it's a senior, junior in the third, or a senior and a junior, but Gordon Hayward. And always great to talk to him, and a wonderful member of the community. So good advice there on the sidelines for the Bulldogs. Nice move there. And in for 2 by Patton.
Yeah, gets his first bucket, drove right down the lane.
Gets a play ring, second line.
Going to get the job. 16-2. This thing, how far they're going to go in the tournament, but they have a good chance to go quite a ways. Certainly sectional champs. We'll see about regional.
Well, on the Plainfield side, I want to thank our Plainfield Self-Storage as well as Jensen's Pools for sponsoring tonight, and all of our Bulldog sponsors as well. Thank you for a great season, and certainly could not do it without you. And boy, it's been an exciting season, and it's going to come to an end with 10 seconds to go. The Bulldogs are going to take it tonight 63-33 over the Plainfield Quakers. Chris, your thoughts?
Well, good job by Brownsburg getting it done. Sorry for the Plainfield Quakers. They do have a bright future with the young talent, but Brownsburg now 16-2. They keep it rolling. They do not let up against lesser competition. Great senior night. Good student section cheered these seniors on. Glad for them.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us. Special thanks to Chris Worley for all he's done all year. Thanks to Troy Weimer as well. And Shane Ray back in the XRB studios. That's going to do it for us. We'll keep you updated on whether there will be postseason broadcasts or not. Check back on the XRB Radio website at xrbradio.com. For all the aforementioned people, I'm Rob Kendall saying have yourself a great evening.